So there are a lot of different ways to grip the golf club. I'm joined here by Golf Top 100 teacher Debbie Doniger. Debbie, I want you to explain to us what a strong grip looks like and what a weak grip looks like.
Great. In theory, a strong grip doesn't have to do with how tight or light you're holding the club. It's just a different way of saying where is the placement of your hands on the club.
So it's just the orientation of my hands.
Exactly.
It's not the firmness.
No, and some people would say the strong grip, which we're about to talk about, is a closed face grip.
Okay, so what does a strong grip look like in terms of where my hands are on the
So
club?
the lead hand, when you hold it up in front of you, instead of seeing maybe two and a half knuckles, you're actually going to turn your entire arm, which includes your forearm and your elbow, if you can, more towards your trail side.
Okay, so it's going to be rotating it a little bit clockwise.
Yeah, it's like turning the steering wheel this way.
Okay, and I'll do that with my trail hand as well?
Exactly. So the trail hand will feel a little more under. Both V's, in theory, will point somewhere more towards your trail shoulder or even outside your trail shoulder. And so that is considered a stronger grip or a closed face grip.
Okay, and then a weak grip, what would that look like?
The exact opposite.
Okay.
So the lead hand is on the club, again, in the fingers, but when you hold it up in front of you, you may only see 1 to 2 knuckles.
Okay.
The thumb is still on the side. It's a short left thumb, but it's definitely more neutral.
Okay, so we're rotating it a little more counterclockwise this time.
Yep, just be careful that you still want to keep it in the fingers.
Okay.
And close your hand on the club, because you
Yep.
can still use that rib underneath the grip and you can still feel it. It's in the fingers. It's just that the whole arm, instead of turning this way, is a little more on the neutral side to a little more to the left.
Okay, gotcha. And then with the trail hand, it's going to be the same idea. We're going to be rotating it a little more counterclockwise.
Yes, so the V's for a weaker grip or an open-faced grip is more towards maybe the center of your body, maybe towards your chin. And you can get really weak. That would probably be too much for our viewers.
Awesome. Well, now whenever someone talks about a strong grip or a weak grip, we know what to look for and what they're talking about.
Excellent. Just orientation has nothing to do with how tight or light you're holding the club.
Awesome. What's the best way to grip the club based on my swing?
Yep, and it makes sense because when you look at all the tours and so many people that play great golf, there are so many different grips that work. So it can't be that your hands have to be on the club in one spot and that's the right grip for everybody. It makes no sense. So let's do a test that I learned from one of my mentors and good friends, Mike Adams. And he just tested, well, why would the trail hand be on weak, neutral, or strong?
Okay.
How do we figure that out?
Yeah.
So stand next to me.
Okay.
Hands together.
Okay.
You're gonna keep your shoulders pretty stable.
Okay.
Trail hand lower than the lead because we're both right-handed golfers. And you're gonna swing your arms halfway back. You're gonna allow your trail elbow and arm to fold, bend naturally without really thinking about it. Ready? Let's both do it.
Okay.
Okay, so great for the viewers to see. We both are in different positions.
Yeah.
Take your lead hand off. So my elbow, my trail elbow, and my trail hand seem to be in a very neutral position. My hand's facing the camera. Your trail elbow has gone up and behind you, and your trail hand is pointing down to the ground. So we have 2 different trail hands now on the club.
Okay.
Mine's going to be more side on, as Mike would say, and yours is going to be more on top.
Okay.
And that includes the elbow and the forearm.
Okay, so I'm going to grab a club here
Perfect.
so that we can go through this. So because of how my
Arm
arm moves
and your
like
elbow
this,
and your forearm, yeah.
I want
A little bit, yeah.
just a little more on top.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm
So then I'll give
Square.
you the club and I want you to show them
just
what
a
yours
little
will
more
look like.
neutral.
Okay.
Now, let's just say you're by yourself, the viewers in their room, they're checking this out, they're going, that can't be. Just hold the club in your trail hand, and we'll just try 3 different ways to hold it, just to keep it very simple. So put your hand dead on the side of the club, and you're going to swing the club halfway back, halfway through, and you're going to actually just ask yourself, does it feel good? Does it feel natural? Does it feel athletic? So go for it. You won't hit me. And it's either a yes or a no. Okay, now try what you preferred and what you tested out to be.
A
little more on top, and do the same thing.
Okay.
And in theory, it should feel better that way.
Yeah.
What's going to feel not good probably is to go under.
Oh yeah, that's like
You already know.
Yeah,
So we already know not to do that.
Okay.
And each style affects how the club moves in the backswing and on the downswing.
Okay, so in that we can tell all of that based on this test that we did early on.
Yep, you just set up in your normal setup, trail hand lower. So you're just seeing how does your arm swing in the backswing, and you just do a natural swing and just see where your trail elbow, forearm, and hand can face the camera. It's either going to be here, here, or here. And then you take the club with your trail hand, and you could just try it yourself. Just put your hand dead on the side, go half swings, on top or a little more under, and that should help you feel whether it feels natural, athletic, do you feel like you have control of the club face, and that will dial in your trail hand a little bit more than just saying, okay, generically, I should just have a neutral trail hand.
All right.